we write a long story for English, but we don't know how to speak properly in English. But yeah, it's a great experience that writing English is important and speaking English is also important. Grammar part is also important. Fluency is also important. But and I don't know other education system. In our education system, we only learn writing English at the first step. Then we learn how to speak English. It's kind of like loop type of thing. Loop. They're just looping and reversing the ideas. But
No, no. I never teach these all things that how to speak and conversation because in school there is a different syllabus and you have to work according to that syllabus, according that system. You can't do more things extra.
Hello everyone, welcome to my another interesting conversation episode. And in today's episode, I have a person who speaks very well in English, and from him we'll have a thing to improve our English, have a key when we get stuck in English. And we'll learn from him or her English journey, and that would be a really great opportunity to meet these people. And till then, watch this video till the very end. Until then, let's get on to the video.
hello, good afternoon. How's it going?
It's going well.
Yep, thank you very much and for joining this conversation. So first of all, as we are meeting at the first time, we have to know about ourselves. So I'd like to introduce myself. So I'm Mehzabin Mowshi. I come from Bangladesh. If you tell about my qualification, I'm just in sixth standard in a Bengali medium school as a Bengali medium student, and I'm interested in neuroscience and have a YouTube channel where I upload English related videos, sometimes self, sometimes doing conversation. And my goal is to help people to learn English in a simple, interesting, and interactive way. So that's all about myself. What about you?
First, I would like to say that thank you to you because you are speaking so well, amazing, outstanding. And I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Pawan Prajapati from Uttar Pradesh. Do you know?
Yep, I know.
Okay. And I have done PG in English from Allahabad University. Then after BEd from Purvanchal University, I have qualified CTET. Currently, I'm teaching in a school for class 6 to 8. I'm TTPT aspirant and I prepare for myself for a government job in teaching field. My hobbies are listening song and sometimes like to play chess and I want to be best version of myself in teaching. That's all about me.
Thank you for giving your introduction and thank you for being here with me, for giving your precious time here to practice English with me. So I get more interest in you because I'm a student and I learn from teachers. And as your teacher from 6 to 8, maybe 6 to 12 or 8. So, yep, it's my stage, and I'm now in sixth standard, and I know that you'd be a great teacher. So, as a teacher, how do you teach students? And do you have any particular subject you teach them, like English, or do you teach other subjects? And you're preparing for English for your government job.
Yes, yes. I teach a particular subject. As I told you that I'm PG in English, that's why I teach their English subject, English language and literature, both.
Yep, that's great that you teach English to students. So, as a teacher, you find many different students from many different cities, and they come to learn English from you. And how
Yes.
do you teach them English, and how do they understand? Because people are watching this video, they're also students. I also a student. Then they could learn from how could they understand this thing. And as a teacher, which way are you teaching English to them?
Yes, yes. If I talk about literature, then first I uh, start model reading. Then after word meaning, pronunciation, and imitation reading by students. And then after I explain the chapter. If there is a prose or poetry, I explain in bilingual language, bilingual in English and as well as in Hindi. Then we make write question answer, word meaning, and after that give them homework. These are the steps of my teaching. And also we ask all students question answer and ask to them for explanation, that explain this chapter, that what is in this chapter. If that is prose, then what is the moral of that chapter? These
Yes,
all
you
that we
summarizing
follow.
paragraph. Yep, summarizing the paragraph, and I've done this. And in my school, there is word meaning, paragraph compositions, many things to write. But actually, when it's come to speaking, I don't need word meaning because I know it. And when you're gonna do it, it's like very hard. But when it's come to speaking, it's very easy than writing. But as we write from like 1 to 12, we write a long story for English, but we don't know how to speak properly in English. But yeah, it's a great experience that writing English is important and speaking English is also important. Grammar part is also important. Fluency is also important. Pronunciation is also important. Everything is important. But as a beginner, I should start to listen and practice only. But and I don't know other education system. In our education system, we only learn writing English at the first step. Then we learn how to speak English. It's kind of like loop type of thing. Loop. They're just looping and reversing the ideas. But probably we have to speak first. And how did we learn our native language? We just listen to our elder brothers, elder sisters, mother, father, and parents and grandparents. More of the we listening, and we get delivery when we are from 2 to 3 years. That time we are just learning and speaking at the same time. Even when we grow older, that time we don't know some words. It's not a big deal. In learning English doesn't mean you have to memorize the whole dictionary. It doesn't mean that.
Yes.
Whatever you need just to communicate with people.
And may I know that how you improved your English spoken? That you have a good accent.
Actually, many people tell that. And actually, when my journey started, you couldn't recognize that I couldn't speak even a sentence. Like, many people are telling many things. My classmates are telling, even I don't have the courage. I don't have the motivation to speak. I couldn't express myself to learn English in my class. When teacher asked something, even I couldn't get answer because I couldn't memorize anything. And when I just doing that, I feel like, oh my gosh, my classmates are learning English, and moreover, and now classmates are telling that um, could you teach us or learn from us English? And it's completely amazing. It's completely outstanding, you know. And
Yes,
beginner to beginner to intermediate or any fluent, pretty fluent level, I feel like that my parents helped a lot, that they don't stop me when I tell wrong, and as well as they don't know pretty well in English and they couldn't stop me that you're telling wrong, you have to stop, just learn, then come to speak. But We have to start conversation. We have to start doing conversation from the beginning. We have to start doing public speaking from the beginning. We have to start having small talk with every people from the beginning, and we have to use to that. And many older people, and they don't know how to give a public speaking because they're not used to that. Even my friends, even my classmates suffered that problem. And the main root is telling wrong, but not confidently. Telling wrong is a human nature. Telling wrong is a human nature. You never change it out. But telling wrong confidently is also your choice, that you take confidently or you take as anxiety or anything. Because many people tell wrong and they're so obsessed that I'm telling wrong. Can I do conversation? No, you can't do conversation because
Yes, yes.
you learn pretty well in English, and other person will also teach you. And you have to learn. You came in the earth for learning. You're not teacher also learn and teach students, and that's thing about that this is the root of the problem when they get stuck while speaking English.
Yes, yes. We think that we are not expert in this language, and how we will talk to others, because we will make mistake. But mistakes are the part of learning, and not only teacher teach the students, but also they learn many lessons from their students, because are very curious. Everything is new for them. So there are many questions arise in their mind, and we can say that students are a little scientists. They always think different and different.
Yep. When you have passion in your mind, it becomes that you're going to become a scientist. Going to become a scientist, what that means. Because when a student asks a teacher a completely, not normal question, it's very high level question, it's like a rubbish question, but it's an imaginary question, that if I tell that how do they do these things, that how do paper is invented, how it's eraser is invented, and teacher have to learn that and teach students, because students are for learning. They're students for coming to like learning everything, not only learning education, but also learning everything good in this world.
Yes. And how long are you using this app?
Not very much. I'm learning this. Not actually. I'm practicing with many people for like 1 month. I'm just starting.
Oh, only 1 month. And
But
how much
before,
you practice?
yep, before that, I was practicing by myself. I was doing self content, and my channel name is Mehzabin Mowshi over there. When you go to the oldest videos, that time you say that mostly this video is self content, mostly, and there is, not a very the conversation videos, and I'm pretty new in this platform, but for meeting with new people, it's a good experience. So, sir, as you're a teacher, I get more interested that you teach educational thing. But do you teach an additional thing like speaking English fluently?
What that is speaking English?
Yep, like apart from studies, many studies show that we have to write in English. This is our educational system. Do you teach additionally, like you have to speak English, or do you motivate them to speak English?
Actually, I'm not understanding properly that what do you want to ask? That why we learn spoken?
Nope, sir. I will break it down to you that I want to ask you that you teach educational things that from the syllabus, but do you teach additionally like doing conversation, practicing English, practicing tongue twisters? Do you teach them this and this additionally?
No, no, no. I never teach these all things that how to speak and conversation because in school there is a different syllabus and you have to work according to that syllabus, according that system. You can't do more things extra because there is a limitation of the time that within the time you have to cover that syllabus. And in schools, conversation is different. We have to
Yep.
work on prosperity and grammar. Only one day in a week we can take classes of personality development and spoken and conversation and awareness. These all things.
Only one day.
Yes, in a week at Saturday.
And yep, it's great that you have one day and you have to teach more to your students. Because when you teach students, the students will tell you, I learned from this teacher. And that would be their, you'd be proud of them. Okay, so do you have any YouTube channel?
Yes, sure.
Yep,
I have a YouTube channel. My name at the rate English by Pawan. I have
yep.
started before 3 months,
Great.
and I will also upload this video if you don't mind. Then
No problem. We could upload this video.
okay.
Yep. Okay, I want to ask you that do students know that you have a YouTube channel and you do conversation with many people?
Yes, yes. Approx every student know it very well, and many students have subscribed my channel, and also they talk about this in schools. Then I don't like to talk about my channel that I have created and subscribe my channel. These all, but they always become very curious that sir, I have searched your channel and I have subscribed it.
Thank you very much for telling that, and thank you very much for joining this conversation. Another thing I want to ask you that as your teacher again, do you have any advice for students who want to learn English and they're a beginner and they're getting stuck? Like I'm doing first conversation. This is my first conversation and I was like forgetting words. I was like stuck. So how could I get up the stuck? So when we get stuck in English, then what do you have to do? Do you have any advice for them?
Yes, yes, I can suggest my point of view for those students who stop while speaking. First, they should not think that the person whom I'm talking, in front of whom I'm talking, that they are more knowledgeable because we should think that they also like me, like us, and we are learner here. So remove your hesitation, shyness, fear. Then, if you are free mindedly, then you can speak fluently, frankly, and whatever is coming in your mind, speak that. Don't think because if you are thinking and speaking, then you forget. And it's fully based on practice. And to remove that problem, you should practice more and more.
Yep. But what if the person make fun of you when they're doing conversation with you? Then this person is getting stuck, ha ha ha, this types of thing. They could make fun of you. Then how could they get at the point? How could
How
they
they
speak?
can fluent,
Yep.
fluent.
Yep.
So, what I say, to be fluent, only practice and nothing. And also, you can, if there are many words, if you are not able to pronunciate that word, then take dictionary or you can search on Google, and there is a option of listening voice that how to pronunciate this word, and you can listen. This type, if there is a nice pronunciation, then you will be able to speak fluent.
Yep. Thank you very much for your advice. And lastly, do you have any question for me?
Uh, How you spend your day in your school? Can you share?
Yep, in my school, I spend very well learning all the subjects, and that's all. Sometimes in my school, I have a library. That time they provide only Bengali books, so I love to read that too.
Okay.
Okay, so should we wrap up this session?
Yes, yes. And
Yep.
thank you so
So
much to me, and it's a very nice conversation to you.
thank you very much for joining this conversation. And I'm just wanting bananas during this conversation because after a long time we meet, and actually for my busy schedules, I couldn't interact with other person. And yep, I had to have busy with my studies at the same time make videos. And I'm so sorry
Yes.
for that for all the people watching this video. So have a great day. Bye. See you later.
Bye.